One great feature in numbers is the cell type. Let's have a look at this and see where it may be beneficial in the classroom. One great feature of numbers is the cell types. This allows you to change the type of cell so you don't have to type in it. It can give you a range of options. Now this can be really beneficial as a teacher, but also can be really beneficial for using with the pupils too, as it allows you to create some templates that help to scaffold and support the children in their learning, which ultimately spends less time recording and more time on the learning outcomes. Let's just quickly have a look at the types of cell that we can do here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drag down this all the way down, and I am going to go up to the format button, and what you can see is here we've got table, cell, format. So we want to format the cell. Now what you can see here is we have lots of options. Automatic just allows you to type when you click in there. If we click on number, when we tap in now the number, you can only put in numbers. It comes up, well, you can change and put in text, but it automatically sends it to number. So if you want your pupils to record information, you can set that to number, where it just brings up the keypad and makes it slightly easier. So all of these ones here now, this column here will be numbers. So if I tap into there, I get that option straight away. If I tap into the next one, it generally comes up with the keyboard there. So that one would be keyboard, this one would be number. So there's one option there. Let's have a look at another option here. So we can go down. I'm not going to do the top here. I'm not going to do the top one because that's obviously where you would put your title, but you can go all the way down. You can choose currency if you so wish. The I on the end will let you choose if you want to have decimals, how many decimals you want to have. 1000 separator, you can choose British pounds. So for example, if I choose that one there and we are looking at something to do with money and spending and maths, what I could do is I could set that. So now when I put it in, if I put 450, hit next, it comes to £450 with the 2 decimals at the end. So there's another good option there. This one here as well, we've got percentage, so whatever we put in here comes up as a percentage straight away, and lots of other different examples here too. So let's just have a look at some of these examples. Got date and time. Now you can choose the date and time format. So if I want full words to be typed in here, and let's just say for example I was to go 20th of August 20, and I hit enter, it comes up Thursday 20th of August. So it gives you those options where you can put dates in. Again, another great one for planning activities and maths. Let's have a look at this next one down here. We've got duration, how long it takes to do things, hours, minutes, things like that. Not used that one before. Slider bar is good because you can have this as currency, number, maximum value. What this allows you to do is it allows you to slide up and down, create a value there. Next one is the stepper, and this you can change again to currency and increments, and what this does is it allows you to tap up and down. Can be really useful. I'm just going to extend a couple more out here, and pop-up menus here as well, where you can add items into the pop-up menu. So if I go to here, I could go to yes, no, maybe, and first item would be the first item in the list. You can rearrange those to order them, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit enter and come out of there. And what you'll see is when I tap onto one of these cells here, I get the option to choose that. It can be particularly useful. We'll look at a student example of that. And the other options that we've got, tick box. So you can put the ticks in there if you so wish. have a look at the next one. Star ratings. Oops, apologies. Star ratings, where you can give ratings out of stars, and obviously just the normal ones for text. So we've looked at all the different cell types. Now this might be how you might look at it as a teacher. So if I want to use this as a tracking sheet for my class, I've just created a list of pupils here. I'm going to put in some test scores here. I'm going to put in whether they're on interventions. I want to rate their attitude. I want to see what level they're at, and then there's a little bit for notes and comments. So what I'm going to do is I've just created a list of random pupils down the side here. I am going to say assess test. I'm going to change all of these. I'm going to hit format up in the top, and I am going to go for slider, and I'm going to put the slider in there. And when they get their scores or their tests, when they tap it, I can put them in the right place. I can do whatever I need to do there. Another nice feature which I'm going to talk about as well is if I want to set this so it shows me if they've passed or if they're below the expected mark for the test. So I've highlighted the whole column here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to go into cell, and somewhere down the side here we should have conditional highlighting. And now what this does when we turn it on is it gives me options that if the numbers or the text or the date or whatever we've chosen, if they're equal to, not equal to, greater than, etc, etc. So I'm going to say, if, say for example, you are doing SATs practice, if greater than or equal to, let's say the number 60 on the test, if it's greater than a 60, it fills green. And so greater than or equal to 60, apologies, I didn't hit done in the top corner there, can you see that? Done. So that's created a rule that if the number in here is greater than 60, it's going to highlight it green. We're going to put the rule in that if it is less than or equal to 35, it will be red, and we'll put that in there. So what you could see straight away is, say for example, if Johnny has got 66, he's a pass. If Lottie has got 29, she needs a bit of work there, which is really useful. Let's have a look in this second box here. I'm just going to come down here, and this is how I would use it as a teacher. I am going to go into format again, which is just up here, and this time I want to use a tick box. So I may think that these children here are having intervention, and that helps me keep track of anybody who is having intervention for those meetings that you need to have with SLT. And we're going to have a look at this one for attitude. I might just want to rate their attitude out of 5. So I've got this kind of data here. So if anybody asks me, you know, why are they not making progress, we've got ratings. So I might say, come out here, Johnny's attitude's brilliant. I'll just zoom in a little bit. Her attitude's quite good, not very good, poor, excellent. And I can keep track of things like that, which is excellent. It gives me a really big overview straight away. Next one, I'm going to go for level, where I think they are during the year. So for this one, I am going to go into a pop-up menu, and this time I am going to say exceeding, expected, emerging. Get rid of that one there. And what this does is I can set this as well. So I'm just going to double tap there to highlight all of the rows and just go back and show you. I can set this to, if I go to pop-up menu, the first item's blank. So when that goes in there, the first item's blank. I think it's because I've already done it there. So it could be none like that. That's what it will all be set as. But say for example, say Johnny is exceeding. And let's have a look. Lottie, which I think I may have knocked that one off by mistake. Pop-up menu, yes. Just make sure that's there. Yeah, she's emerging. So I've got all those types of things there. Really useful to keep track of as a teacher. and then I've got notes or comments for anything that I might want to add in on the side. So really useful as a teacher to keep all of your data together, particularly scores. In the past, I have all the way across the top had when we had to do optional SATs and we had to work out areas that were points that we needed to cover. I had every question set across the top, and I used the conditional formatting, which is this one here, just to say yes or no, and every question gave me a breakdown of the whole class about which areas we may need to pinpoint. One nice way to use these cell types features is for reading. So if you're looking at vocabulary and phrases, you can get the children, you can share this with the children, you can get them to have key phrases which you can either give them or they can read from certain passages. They can then rate these out of 100 using the slider. You can put the page number on what it was found there. If they would use the word or phrase, the rating of the phrase, if they give it a 5-star rating, or the choice of vocabulary, and then they could make some notes on some other phrases that that they could use, or other vocabulary sort of choices that they could use. I've often used this in my classroom, and it works out really nicely, and then you get a lovely long list which builds up over time, and they can go back to use it in their writing too. Another option is to use book reviews, so I'll put this all on the same kind of page, but what I could do is I could add a new sheet here. So I'm just going to get rid of this, delete that. I'm going to paste in the one from before, move that up to the top. We'll just call this book review or reading record. It's entirely up to you. Using this with my daughter at the moment because she loves reading, so we're putting the title of the book in just with text, or I might give her a list, or you might have a class list that you've already prepared. Have they read it? Yes. What rating would they give it? Did they enjoy it? Just a quick drop down menu. Yes, no, it was okay. Would you recommend it? Yes or no. And then just a little bit where they could add in their favourite part and why they liked it on the end. Just some really quick, simple uses in the classroom from a very basic template there.